right, everybody, we are on Bucky O'Hare by Jawsomesauce. Thank you so much for hanging tight. Jawsomesauce, take it away.
Hey, thanks. Hey, everybody, jawsomesauce here, ready for some Bucky O'Hare. You might remember Bucky from the 80s as a comic book. But no, really, it's one of the best games on the Nintendo. It's so solid. It's really good times. It's very difficult, but it's not so punishing, and we'll talk as I go through the run. I'll talk about how things are going and how you can learn it as well. My thing is, I call it casual dad speedrunning, where I have things going on in life, right? I have a kid, I have family, stuff like that. So I want to speedrun as much as I can, but I'm limited by that. So if you're looking for kind of the average level speedrunner and you're trying to accomplish goals and try to get better, then here we are. This is the casual dad speedrunner method. So here we go. All right, let's get started here. We'll get ready here in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, this is normal percent. There's a hard mode, which is like one hit kill mode. This is just the normal standard mode that you play from the beginning. You're gonna see that this is a lot like a Mega Man game. It's a Konami game, but it's a lot like a Mega Man game, where we have 4 different planets. We're here to rescue our friends who have been taken captive by the evil Toad Army. So Bucky O'Hare is setting out to save his crew. Each planet will give us a new crew member, which has a special power that we're going to use throughout the game. It's also kind of like Castlevania 3 or Little Samson, or games like that you have multiple characters, multiple abilities. You need to use those abilities to get through the stages and take on bosses. So the first stage we have is the green planet. It's going to get us Blinky the robot. Bucky's moves are basically just jumping. He's a rabbit. Of course he's jumping around. This game is punishingly hard sometimes, but at the same time, it's very forgiving, because wherever you die, you start in that same area, even if you take a continue. And speaking of deaths, because this is a marathon, we gotta take some risks here. I'm gonna attempt a jump that's kind of pixel perfect. It may end in failure right here. Let's see if we can do it. Nope, we didn't. That's okay, we tried. Back to the normal strats. So there's a pixel you can jump off. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't. It is what it is. So it's a marathon, I figured I'd try it. So we'll keep going, take it the slow route. But notice I died, and I started exactly where I died, on the same stage. If you take a continue, the same thing happens. You get to start from that spot as well. Infinite continues. The only thing that happens is you lose your life meter. So there's going to be some power-ups throughout these levels that are going to increase my life and increase my power. You keep your power on the character that gets the little power medallion, and everybody has a shared life bar. But what happens is when you do a game over, you lose your life bar back to the beginning of it, but you keep all the powers you gain. So you get that progression without being punished too much. This has one of the best soundtracks in gaming, I think. I mean, it's a Konami game, of course it does. We're just free falling here, looking for the little score medallion that's going to come up. And I get a count to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're take some hits, avoid some damage, avoid falling. Just wait for these things to pass.
While we're running through this, if you don't mind, I'm going to real quick read a donation from Craigle Bagel. Thanks for having a great marathon, great charity. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Craigle Bagel, for the $10. Appreciate you. I do have a question for you there, Jocelyn.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that Bucky O'Hare will get a new game before Castlevania?
Oh, man.
Konami.
Definitely not. I don't know if the franchise is dead, but it's pretty close.
we can pray, right? We can pray.
All right, so now we're gonna hear a little bit of words. There's a password system. The only hardest part in the game here is I have to select the blue planet. If you're mashed too far, your run is over. So if you have a really good green planet and you mash through the text there too much and you end up on the red planet instead, your run is dead. For time-wise. I mean, we just go until you have continues and start over again. But you can't select, just like a Mega Man speedrun, don't select the wrong stage. You only change stages like that once. The rest of the game I can mash through it. It's fun like that. missed that little spot there, but that's okay. Not dying is faster than dying in this game, so that's the name of the game. I love this style of this game for speedrunning because it's room by room. So like you learn incrementally, practice incrementally. You don't have to learn a ton of stages all at once. You can just learn one at a time. So although it's very challenging of a game, it has a lot of nice aspects that make it a good speedrun, even for a beginner. It's very hard and again can be punishing in the long run, where it gets very difficult. Just gonna chill on some ice here. Water. Got thirsty seeing all that ice water down there. Just a hot day here. It's Michigan. It's about 90 degrees. Just cooling off. Bucky there. This is one of my favorite games. Again, I played this when I was a kid when it was new. Mega Man game. Mega Man style. We're gonna switch to Blinky. I meant to mention earlier, like I said, when you beat a level, you get to select that character. They all have different powers. Blinky has like a little stronger ammunition. And I just accidentally got clipped into the wall there. Let's not do that. You were right here though. No big deal. We got ice physics going on. Trying to get through the walls there. If the spike comes down and there's nothing to stop it, it'll come right down. So be careful there. There we go. Right here. Blinky can also use like a little rocket booster and fly up in the air, but we never use that unless we run. We use him mostly because he's small. Small but powerful. Big things come in small packages. That's the Blinky way. Okay. Get through here. We're about to hit the second boss here. Change back to Bucky, and we'll do some mashing on El Negator. Now, there was another game. While I'm mashing, there's another game. It was in the arcades, a little bit around the same time, made by Konami. Very much like the Simpsons arcade game and the X-Men arcade game. But you could pick, it's 4-player cabinet. You could play as any of the 4 characters that are in this game. 5 characters, actually. And take on the Toads in arcade style. So it's pretty fun. It's a basic beat 'em up. But same kind of style with Bucky O'Hare and his friends. All right, so not too bad. We're here to survive, not PB, so it's good times. After the blue planet, we'll head up to the red because we've now saved Jenny, who's got psychic powers to make a giant spirit ball appear, which is really cool. We'll use her a lot in the later stages on some bosses. Well, in this stage too, but especially her she becomes pretty good. Her weapons are very strong as a finishing move. The part of the speedrun is learning when to switch characters and who's the best for things. Whose weapons are what you want to use. Then he's got a better jump, so we use her for kind of a more wide jump, and Bucky is good for the tall jumps. Like I said, Blinky is really good because he's small. Here's a spot real quick. That's super fun. Quick Man. Told you it's like a Mega Man game. We got Quick Man, lava style. Everybody loves Quick Man beams, don't you? No problem there. We got it. We'll switch to Jenny because Jenny needs this power right here. We need to power her up so she gets all the good stuff. You might have seen some of these sprites before in other Konami games like Gradius. It's one of the late stage Nintendo games, so we used everything they had. They made a great game at the end for sure. Walk on by through here to the other side. This is the part that's fun. It's not dangerous, but you can just fall a bunch and it gets really annoying. But let's not do that today. Ooh.
I just had the incredible realization that this game is Castlevania 3.
It is.
Were you switching between characters? And because I was sitting here thinking, some of the level design reminds me of
name another Konami game.
Bloodstained, Curse of the Moon.
There you go. That's right.
And I was like, Man, switching the characters, the level design. Wait a minute, that's a Bloodstained game. Wait a minute, that's Castlevania again.
Right. So if you like those, and again, Little Samson's another example, not a Konami game, but this gameplay type of switching through characters, getting different abilities through it. And, you know, it's ultimately kind of like a Mega Man game where you use the weapon that's good against certain enemies.
Hey, if it works, don't break it.
And I think, you know, this game came out so late, I think a lot of people missed it. That I think this game would be really high on the list of greatest NES games if more people just knew it existed. It is a really good game. Like, you know, it gives you that hard mode where, like, Mega Man is more punishing. Like, you lose and you have to start over completely when you run out continues. This game, you will always stay exactly where you are. Like, if I die here 100 times, I will just always stay here. I will be on this level. So it's easier to make progression. Check out this chocolate chip cookie boss here. We're just gonna kill it, and it's dead already. Very good. Told you her weapon was good. Alright, we're going to go on to the fourth and final planet. Just like a Mega Man game where there's kind of Robot Master style. 4 planets here. We got our friend Deadeye Duck who has 4 arms and can climb walls. But what we're going to do here is just nothing. So this is a Death Warp planet where we take Jenny across left. We've gone right for 3 planets. Let's go left just to mix it up. We're going to go left all the way. Just take all the damage we can. In about 2 stages, we want to take a Death Warp. Go right to the end boss. We're gonna just take damage. Down to 1. At the end of this little stage area, I want to be at 1 health. Take the rest of the damage here. Give me 1 more hit, please. Nope. Oh, shoot. That's okay. As long as I didn't die on the next stage, this is fine. I don't want to die in the wrong spot on the next board. I was being a little too cautious there.
Something I'm kind of marveled at is the number of sprites that are on screen, and there's no lag.
No lag. Isn't that crazy?
That is astounding for, I'm going to say, even some modern video games.
Alright, we made the jump, now we're gonna die, and we're gonna skip right to the end boss. We'll skip about several minutes of gameplay. Now we're in the boss. Isn't that fun? We're gonna use this ball of spirit to try to take this down. Oops. Wrong spot. Safer spot here. Take down the rest of this boss here. Really good at that. You can take it down in 1 ball. Most of the time it takes 2 balls. But the goal is that once if you take down that top little missile launcher, or the little radar, that bus will start driving across the screen and run you over in 1 shot. So you gotta make sure you kill the eye right after you kill the radar. Otherwise it's just shoot 4 little pieces with a big ball. Alright, now turns out all that was a trick and a trap. Toad Army was waiting for us to capture everybody back, just so we could get captured again. And now the real game starts. Real game, this is like the equivalent of like a Wily Castle. So we're gonna have stages where now that we just got our whole team back, they're all captured again. And we get to keep Blinky though. So Blinky and Bucky O'Hare are waking up in prison, and they gotta go save their friends, who have been mind controlled. So guess who the next bosses are? Our friends. We're gonna have to beat our friends up and get them back to normal. So I'm gonna go through some more awesome music to the cell. Whoops. I should have known that. One thing to run a game, it's another thing to think about how to talk about it while you're running. Like, la la la. Jump and run over stuff. This game is really fun. It's a blast. Hey, we're not gonna jump here. Save myself some time. Up here. Myself a little safety health. And Blinky, he's powerful. He can break these blocks. He's also a little quicker and more nimble. All right, we gotta fight Jenny here. We're gonna do mashed potatoes. Who loves mashed potatoes? Mash, mash, mash. All the mashed potatoes. Alright, so Jenny will be back to our side of the team now. And that's the end of the mashing, so my hands will get less tired now, which is good. Three bosses to mash in this game. There is a turbo option you can do, which puts you on a different leaderboard, but, you know, do what you want to do that makes the game fun. You need turbo, especially for accessibility, do it. No judgment. Do what you got to do to play the game to have fun.
I love to hear that be said.
I don't love to hear that part, but that's okay. That's not your fault. I needed a health refill anyway. Let's call it intentional.
Yeah, we wanted to, what is it I always say? We wanted to listen
that one
to
wasn't
the
intentional.
OST.
That's right.
We wanted to enjoy the art and the OST some more. Yeah, that's the answer.
There we go. I meant to do that. Well, this is that kind of game where, like, when you put it all together, though, it is a lot. Like, there's a lot going on in this game, and this is a good exercise of perseverance when you play this game as a full run. Because things just go wrong all the time, and it's just what it is. Like, you miss one little step and you're dead. So what? Okay, so now we're gonna take back Willie DeWitt, like Willie Do-It, the human kid, who somehow found his way into Bucky O'Hare's. Willie doesn't really do much, but he does have a powerful laser that we'll use for one boss. And that's it. Well, actually, we do use him for the end of the game, too. But it's not really him that's doing the work. It's, you know, it's just the spaceship he's in. We'll get to that. Alright, here we go. Harder part. Oops. I swear I had it. Little Jaws trying to distract me here. Hey, you're doing a good job distracting me here. Little Jaws, go play Fortnite.
Hey, as a dad myself, I can totally understand that where you're like, hey, can you be somewhere else, please?
Yeah, he's fun. He likes playing these old games, too. He likes to play NBA Jam and Mortal Kombat, so it's a good time.
There you go.
Alright, so this spot, we gotta find a little spot here, and we're just gonna be chilling here, shooting up. So, I love this game, except for this part. And the reason is that it just takes an A+ game and makes it just an A, because we had all this action, and now I gotta sit here for like a minute and just tap, 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 that's nothing's really going on. It takes away like the momentum of the thing. And then also, if you die here for some reason, you go all the way back to the bottom, which just wastes time. So if there's one gripe I have in this game, it's just this level. But that's the same thing with like any scrolling game, any aspect of a scroll. I feel the same way about the final boss in Mega Man 2, where you have all these crazy things, and then you just have this like, or not the final boss, the second to last boss, the room that you have to shoot everything with the crash bombs. Like, it just stops the momentum in the action. So game designers, stop stopping the action. Come on, let's have momentum and fun. We don't need to break it. But anyway, I digress. These caltrops here, as long as they start touching the floor, we can walk through them. Their sprite disappears. Their hitbox disappears. So it looks like you're going to get crushed, but you can walk across as soon as those start to enter the floor. And then the toads just alternate left and right, so they're not really a threat. This is one of those games you just got to get confident in and know how it's going to work, and it gets less scary right away. But if you're a casual player and you come into this spot, it's very scary. But it's just like, no big deal. It's just slow and boring. You want it to be slow and boring when you speedrun this. If you're freaking out, it's scary. Go ahead.
I will say, you said earlier that they had a arcade cabinet game. For the era in which it is, this game is really lenient in where they absolutely could have made this a quarter cruncher game.
Yes,
basically.
Well, and the arcade game is that style, right? Like you just take damage from. It's very much like Turtles in Time, Simpsons style beat 'em up game. So you do have that aspect in that game for sure. But you're right. This one is kind of like they made it fair. They must have known how hard it was testing. Anyway, that's the cell. Move on to stage 2 of 4 here in the Toad place. The Toad place. That's what we're calling it. And in a sense, it is a number. It is a cash, inhaler if it was an arcade game, because you do die a lot, but they do give you that bailout where it's like you're just gonna be here. Okay, we're gonna get Willie his power so we can beat the final boss easier, and then put him away for a while. This is some more amazing music. We're getting towards the end of the game, and the music just gets better. And I think the best song is the last one, so like it just builds. The soundtrack just builds itself. Oops, I'm gonna switch to Duckman. There we go. Oh, unnecessary damage. Okay, putting it on hard mode because did not want to take that much damage. Yeah, once you start talking about a game when you're trying to run it, it's a very different game. Excuses, I know. One more free hit in me here before I have to worry. Get through here. No problem. Slow and steady wins the race. Alright, we got sluggies. We don't want to get the sluggies on our head. It makes it a lot harder to jump. There's a couple spots where if we get slugs on our head, we can't actually jump across the chasm there. So there's some spots you really don't want to have that happen. Okay, no problem there. Close to the end of the level here. Power. Have to be careful not to get squished. Forgot about this part. Flashies a little bit. Watch out, everybody. Oops. Oopsies. I'll have to count out my deaths, and that's gonna have to be might have to pay a penalty. I'm sorry, I may donate accordingly. It's not a punishment when you want to do it. Okay. You gotta go fast so you can see yourself in the dark. Way easier when you let yourself see where you're going. There we go. Okay, this one, you want to try to angle it so that you can get underneath these, but you can't go very far underneath or you'll die. So there's a sweet spot to go fast, like right here. Like that's an example right there. Just something to work on. Okay, I told you Jenny is really strong. Show you how she needs to beat bosses. Stay right here. We're gonna blow up the button that's on the bottom of this ship. And then we're gonna blow up the guy himself that's up there. Let the ball sit right there on him. And that'll finish him off. That's the salvage. Now we head to Magma Center, which is the longest of the 4 and probably the hardest one. But I think it's the most fun because of that. Let's see what we can do here. A lot of switching in between levels. Oops. Get up there, duck. Whoa. Nope, we're not going to do that. We're going to take it safe. There we go. Whoops. Who did that? About finding the sweet spot for the duck to be able to climb up without running out of it. Okay, here we go. One of the hardest parts. Still super fun. Good for this to go. Okay, no problem there. Look at this music. I mean, it's so good. I swear this rivals Mega Man games. Okay, we're switch to the. Oh, I felt that as soon as I jumped, that was too soon. You gotta be right on the end. And see, this is the punishing part, right? So it's difficult, and for speedrunning, puts you way back. Just do it again and again and again. So, but again, I won't go any further than this level. I won't get sent back, even if I run out of guys. So it is, you know, in that sense, it is forgiving. Okay, I'm gonna call shenanigans on that one game. You'll see if I run out of continues here. You'll see what happens. They have a full power menu, full power bar. My health will go down. I'll have to regather some health, which is not a big deal till the end. These elevators. Okay, let's do it this time. Here we go. Nope, same thing. Sorry, everybody. Let's make this work. All right, so we're gonna continue. Told you it gets hard. All right, so see, still have my power bar that I want for my character. Health starts over again, but we're gonna get some more right there. No problem there. Okay, just to make sure we get through this, we'll do the cheese. It's not the way you're supposed to do it, but let's get past this part, shall we? Okay, we're gonna get this here. We're gonna move through here. Bucky's time to shine with the giant rabbit ups. What we're gonna do here is jump over some robots. Take some damage on purpose. Jump over this guy. Take the damage here. Jump over this guy. I'm going to take the damage on this one. Cut back to the duck. This is another fun area. I mean, this is a really big gauntlet of pain, this whole area. But I think that's what makes it the funnest part of the game, is you're really challenged. Like, look at that jump. Like you are in so much peril all the time. There's another one coming up here. Watch this jump here. Yep, like right there. Look how you gotta finesse that. It is wild. Okay, we might take a death here, and that's gonna be okay. Wait for these to turn around. There's just a memorization aspect to this. So we just gotta learn, think about where you're at. Okay. I think I'm gonna take a death on the next spot here. Might not, actually. Here, we're good. One more spot. Oh yeah, we're okay. One more duck area before the boss. This part's really fun, because the toads are super trolls. See? Look at that. See where that one jumped? Right where I was gonna go. So they're fun. They're just like, hope there's no toads coming right now, because I'm about to jump. Last little stage before the boss. Maybe for the troll toad. There he is. Okay, we'll switch over to him. Here's our one chance for Willy to do work. There we go. He did it just to open that door. We'll finish him off with Jenny's weapon here. Okay, we'll use one more over here. We gotta break this glass and then kill the boss pretty much right away, because if that thing shoots the laser down at us, in the bottom, it will hit us. Okay, didn't have that problem, so no big deal there. Good job, Willy, you did it! You did your one thing. I mean, that saves a few seconds just doing it that way, so it's good. Alright, final area of the game here. This is the best song in the game. We're escaping, and Willy's gonna do all the work here, even though it's really just the spaceship doing it. We don't have any superpowers, but his weapon is different. See how each person has a different attack? It's just like when they're normal, you know. But Willy's attack is just the strongest, so we're gonna use him for pretty much the last two bosses, or you know, most of the last bosses. So Willy is very important in the run for sure. Oops. Man. I just want to start that music over. You guys will try to hitch a ride. We don't care. Get out of here. There's a lot of good remixes of these songs out there. Definitely check those out. Here's people thinking, this isn't that fast, this isn't that exciting. Why can't it be more exciting? Well, wait a second. You're gonna get your wish in just a few seconds. After we break through these barriers. Well, okay. Not. But look, we're already here, so we didn't lose too much time there. That was a dumb way to die, though. Just increasing my penalty count. Happily. Alright, you guys want it fast? Let's crank it up. Let's go fast. We can go fast. Here we go. Whoop. The arrows even tell you where to go. Now we're rocking. Really just the same area again, but you're going way faster. You know, like I said with the elevator level, where it's scary as a casual player experiencing that, but if you're experienced it, it's like fun. Alright, here's a boss. We have to kill these little platforms. This is really fun. When we get to the top one, there's actually a way to double hit it using the ricochet off of the balls. So it's a nice little trick you can do to speed up the kill. Okay, so I'm gonna go up here. So you notice that my lasers are hitting that ball, and then they're ricocheting right into the boss. So I'm doing basically double damage there throughout the whole time when I'm lining up. I'm gonna follow this toad head. Damage doesn't matter, we're just gonna follow him until we kill him. About a second. Here we go. Alright, first boss of 3. Time for the second one. Again, forgiving refills here. Very nice of it. We don't even need power. Power doesn't matter in this last level. Now we fight the barge. The train, or whatever you want to call it. The barge is going to appear. It's going to drop a whole bunch of enemies. Then it's going to take off, and we're going to try to get behind it, and then find a quick kill spot. If we don't get the quick kill spot, then we have to kind of go around the circle again. Do that. Get it about 75% of the time. Switch over here and do some damage because we don't want to get stuck later behind these things. Okay, so we're gonna wait for this barge thing to move. I'll try to get over the 3 numbers of my score. Right there. Try to find the quick kill. Is that it? See how it's flashing so much? That means we're hitting the quick kill, so this should die before I die. Very good. That's the quick kill. Normal damage, you would have to go around once another time or two. That's exactly what we want. There's like a couple pixel spot there that if you hang out, you're gonna get it. It's like double damage. And you just get hit while you're doing that. If you're at full health, you'll have enough to make it. Okay, final boss coming in. He's gonna come in here. Time will end when I lose control of my character after I beat the boss. So coming up here. We're gonna switch back and forth between Willy and Bucky because Bucky can shoot behind. Oops. We'll just wait. We'll overhit it, that's fine too. There we go. Okay, time will stop as soon as I stop moving around. And time. Alright. Bucky O'Hare.
GG, congratulations. 33:07, not a bad time at all.
Yeah.
That was
a lot of deaths too.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
Looks like one of those great games you learn to weirdly learn Mega Man.
Yeah. And it's fair. There's 2 death warps. There's another death warp I haven't learned because it's very difficult. You only save about a minute in the red planet, but there's obviously the death warp in the yellow planet that's really important. But other than that, there's no real like tricks or glitches. It's just like it's a get good game. So it's just, and again, because it's pieced into stages, from room to room, you can just learn rooms at a time. And like I know which ones I need to practice as a priority. Which ones I've already beaten. That makes a good speedrun accessible, I think. It's just the only thing that is prohibitive is the mashing. So if you can get to the 3 bosses with mashing or use turbo or whatever, then good. So thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you. Where can we find you, and what kind of shout-outs you got?
Yeah, so I'm jawsomesauce. That's the Twitch account. I mostly stream Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings before work, like 8:30 to 11 a.m. Eastern, sometimes at night. Always just running a casual speedrun game. Sometimes I do like the big 20s and some of those things, those events for casual fun. Mostly Godzilla and Earthbound. And then a big shout out to Junkyard Dave, who's been he's one of the best at this game, and really awesome at teaching and mentoring and helping people who want to learn the game. So no matter what level you're at and what you want to achieve with the game, Junkyard_Dave, big shout out to him.
There you go. You had me at Earthbound.
Yeah.
Okay, so thank you so much for the run. Everybody stay tuned as we are getting ready to go into The Family Dog by Celine Caliente, Love and Friends. So hang tight. Thank you again, Jawsomesauce.
Thanks for having me.
And hang tight, everyone.